making money.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Kyle Gossett.
That's Kendon, everybody.
We're going to be doing some lovely fun improv for you. To get us started, we need something you're very passionate about.
Dogs.
Dogs. What about dogs specifically?
Cats.
Morning Wood.
What is it? Morning Wood.
We did a dog show recently.
I did Morning
I feel like
Wood.
it'll be a fun one.
We have dogs.
We have Morning Wood.
Yeah, Morning Wood. What other things are you passionate about?
Historical architecture.
Historical architecture?
Cool.
Yeah. Tits. Did you just see two straight men dancing on stage? And you said tits?
That's where you went. Tits.
Great. Now, we're going to go with historical architecture. What's going to happen is we're going to do some slam poetry about historical architecture. And after that, there'll be a scene that's inspired by all of that. Cool. Slam poetry.
Cool.
So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, some slam poetry about historical architecture.
You think, when you see me, you think, oh, he's just another same. But actually, when you see me, I'm a statue from Call Me By Your Name. That's right. I was featured in the film that broke out in 2018, 2017. What are years? I know that I am the statue that broke all of your tears because you cried. And if you didn't, go fuck yourself. Because I know that I can put those statues on the shelf of everything that we saw. Oh, legitimate gay romance that might have had a statutory thing. It all has a good ring, yes. Because when, at the end, I look at that movie, I just look at myself and I say, no, I do not need any boobies. I'm a man of a sexual persuasion beyond your understanding. If I was Scooby-Doo, it would blow up in rainbows that you cannot be possibly comprehending.
Get away, all you vultures, for this right here is historical sculpture. Oh, I've seen HGTV before, and I recognize that you cannot renovate this house with that door. See, there are rules and regulations to things of historical value. You want hardwood floor? I'm like, nah, you can't do that. Because we are trying to preserve something that we call a little culture. Something that we call a little history. And then we look back at exactly what is history? Where does it come from? So let's look at the history of the history. Who created history? Well, you probably all understand that yourself as you look straight and wondering, where is he going with this? I will tell you. I will tell
When you see me, you think I'm rather meek, but I'm actually a beautiful statue of the Greeks. Okay, you see this tiny sculpted body and this penis that is of no consequence. But in fact, once upon a time, I was something that you would look at and wince. You would see and you'd be like, oh, I want to fuck that. Yeah, because it is beautiful and it is sculpted and it is shaped. I ran in the first Olympics. Yes, I did. But now I'm just a marble sculpture that has pieces torn out of it. Yes. I am alone. I was under sea for so long until someone picked me up and put me in a museum, and now I am there, and then all the tiny little children come back and say, oh, he has a tiny penis. How do you think? It's humiliating? It's embarrassing to be a marble sculpture created by the Greeks, the most advanced civilization of the pre-civilization era. And I am beautiful and I am limber, but yet the kids just all they see is my lack of a member. And I am an alone Greek statue in your art history museums. I just wish you could see the man I am and not just the broken system.
The lament of a sculpture. Below the waist is right. But what did you expect? That sculpture is white. Hang tough! Hang tough! Stay with me right now! Because you're looking at a black man who is well endowed, but we're not going to get into those kinds of things. I just like to simply say what's on my mind and sometimes sing. I get it. I understand. There's no judgment here. I am me and you are you. And frankly, who cares? Deep down inside, there is nothing but a heart. Can we just come to this conclusion from the very start? When you look at me and I look at you, I see nothing above than the thing that we should always see. And that's motherfucking love.
Yes!
Just don't feel comfortable coming into your office.
Oh, please come into my office, baby.
Look, you insulted my penis size.
Oh, some people call insulted. Some people just state the facts, baby. I don't care. I don't care.
Look, I'm Professor, I'm not coming in your office until you apologize for calling my penis a tiny worm.
Okay, then I apologize.
Thank you.
See, that's the problem. You were way too fixated on the outward appearance. There are other things to think about than the outward appearance.
Okay, yeah, but is it your job as a professor of art history to comment on my appearance?
It is my job as a professor of art history to comment on everything that I see. It's art history. I judge all the art that is created, even the ones that God has made.
I am trying to absorb that information.
A lot of information to absorb.
Very. That's a lot to think about, you know. Is that your place to comment on God's creation? I don't know. We could debate this for a second. Let's do it.
Is it my?
Is God's creation up for critique, Professor?
I think if you create art, it is definitely up for critique. Don't we have bullies in the world? What are they doing if not critiquing what God has created?
Well, if we want to define a bully, let's define a bully. A bully is someone who, through their own insecurities, puts down someone else to elevate themselves. So do you think that's critique, or do you think that that's just insecurity acting out?
Yeah.
Well, look who has become the teacher and who has become the student.
I don't know, I'm 27, I'm a grad student. I live off of ramen and macaroni and cheese craft.
So that doesn't mean anything. What you eat does not mean anything about your life. Look at you, questioning everything that you see. When you stepped into my class, you were the boy that thought he knew everything.
Well, to be fair, I didn't. But I thought we would, I don't know, I thought I'd learn some stuff.
And have you learned anything?
I've learned what a dick you are.
That's right, babe.
Also don't call me babe. like that's, I'm a student, you know.
And I'm an art history teacher. You name me one art history teacher that is not called their student's baby. You always gonna be my baby.
Well, you're my only art history teacher, so I can't really compare.
Just grading your paper. You wrote your paper on what exactly?
I don't know, you tell me.
Yeah, I know exactly what it was. Just thought you may want to preempt it before I rip it to shreds.
I wrote it on the Macedonian Empire and their sculptures.
That's right. the Macedonian Empire and its sculptures. And yet, I see a lot about the empire, a lot about the Adonia, and nothing about the Mass. So, I'm gonna have to fail you.
Okay, but what you understand is you needed a lot of cultural context to understand the art.
Are you saying I don't have cultural context?
I'm absolutely saying that.
What?
I'm absolutely saying that considering you didn't even know what the Macedonian Empire was.
As someone who was supposed to be the accounting teacher and ended up in this department, I'm quite offended. I'm quite offended.
Look, I wanted to change of career. All right? I was an accountant for 2 years after graduating and getting my master's in accounting.
And now all of a sudden you know everything about art history.
No, I don't think I know everything. I'm trying to learn. But it's really hard when you're just a fucking dick about everything.
And I have one question for you.
What?
Do you speak this way to your white professors? Oh no, you walk away now. That's fine, walk away. Your white professors are probably dicks as well. They're just not as big as mine.
Professor, I'm sorry, I'm turning in a late paper.
Hi, Vanessa. How are you, baby?
It's so good. I'm sorry I'm late with my paper. I wasn't perfect, and I wanted it to be perfect.
We can grade this right now. And what exactly did you write this paper about?
I wrote about the Egyptian female pharaohs and their mummification and their casts and their bodies. They're so beautiful.
Paragraph 2 starts with, I once wore a cast when I was 13.
I did.
Is this you trying to identify with the mummies in this situation or what, baby? I don't understand.
I want to be your mummy. What?
Oh.
Wait, what was that?
I said, I'm fascinated by mummies. The way they preserve their beauty over years and centuries is so amazing. By the way, I'm having a party tonight at the Kappa House if you want to come.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to come to the Kappa house, baby. You know, I used to be a Kappa too, baby.
What? You were a Kappa Kappa Gamma?
Kappa! Yes, I was. Once a Kappa.
Oh my god.
Do you remember the Kappa phrase?
I do.
We gonna bust a Kappa
in your ass.
You are Kappa. You are Kappa AF. You know, it's refreshing to have a student that finally appreciates me. You appreciate me, baby.
I appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate you too, baby.
Thanks.
And let me ask you a question, baby. Are you enjoying grad school?
Yes.
And where do you see yourself in a couple of years? Your hair looks good, huh?
Thank you. Where do I see myself in a couple years? I see myself on like a boat. Instagramming about like traveling and like seeing art everywhere, right? Because there is art everywhere. Like you go to the Cayman Islands, there's art. You go to Greece, to Macedonia, you see art. You go to Kenya, you see art. There's art everywhere, and I just want to like take a picture in front of every single thing. It's gonna be a whole Instagram series. Hashtag Kendra Art.
And What about God's art? Do you think it could be critiqued?
Oh, totally. God is nothing but a fallible creator.
Well,
That was my phone, I'm sorry.
sorry if you have to get somewhere else. Door's right there.
Oh no, it's just my roommate. She wants to know if you're coming.
Oh yeah, tell her I got on Kappa.
She'll be so excited.
Well, why don't you put some of your critique to the test?
Ain't?
Why don't you judge this creation that God has made?
Professor, I don't know. Well, what kind of grade am I getting for this? Is this extra credit?
Well, it could be extra credit.
I think it's perfect. I think nothing should be changed. I think the creator did an A+ job. I think the creator made something that belongs in a museum for all time.
All time. What specifically do you like the most about what God has created?
Well, if you want to know, you have to come to the Kappa party tonight. Otherwise, it's spoilers.
I was literally just wanting to know what you thought about me as a person.
No, I think you're great. I think you're great. Anyway, I hope I see you tonight. I got to go.
I think she misread my babies.
Yeah, Professor, sorry I'm late with my paper. Here you go.
Thank you, Jason.
Yeah, I'm,
You look tired, baby. What's wrong?
can I be honest?
Yeah.
I just got real fucked up. I was out at the quad, and Jenny and Tupac and Adrian had beer. And we just all got.
Wait, Tupac had beer? My son had beer? My son had beer?
Yeah, I thought he was dead.
My holographic son had beer?
He had beer. And we were just hanging out.
Well, it's nice to know that he's making friends, Jason.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, I was drunk and that's why my paper's late.
That's okay. What'd you write your paper about?
The original Da Vinci crucifixion.
I just wrote an A on that.
Cool.
And everyone in this school can clearly tell that paper's bullshit.
I got it, motherfucker!
Hey, Pops, it's me, Tupac. Hey, what up?
What up, Tupac?
Not much, just being Tupac to handle, okay. I see your desk is disorganized as ever.
Oh, so my son comes into my office and starts judging the way that my desk looks.
Yeah, my desk is perfectly organized.
Well, it is easy. It is easy to have a clean desk when you are Tupac.
They're right, I got Tupac, 2 folders.
And why do you go around calling yourself just Tupac? Why don't you use your last name too? Go, say your last name for me, Tupac.
I gotta go.
Professor Jackson. We've had complaints. It's me, Denise, the dean of college.
Oh, hey, Denise. How about you, baby?
Don't baby me. You've been accused of several accounts of sexual harassment.
Oh, there is nothing that I have done that is
You just touched my boob!
What? What?
You just touched my breast.
We had a connection.
In your mind, maybe.
I'm sorry, did you write a paper or not?
I'm the dean of college. I don't write papers.
Okay. Okay. Then you can judge me when you have written a paper judging me. When you look at me and you judge me, what is it that you see, Dean?
A pervert.